Welcome to TRS Clips, the channel that we hope is like a brain workout for you.
I believe that almost every human being, I would love to say almost, I would love to say every, they have good intent. But their wounds have become more powerful than their intent. That wound is insecurity as well. They have good intent, like you rightly said. You actually said something really powerful. That there's this, they have good intent, but yet they have insecurity. Everyone is behaving according to the wounds that they have. That insecurity has probably come from how they were made to feel when they were children, depending on their, childhood, their parenting, or whether they got bullied or rejected when they were teens in their first relationships. Everyone's carrying their wounds. All right. So when these people with wounds see people around them who's thriving, and you don't have to be super successful. You're super successful. You don't have to be super successful. Someone's even just got a little bit more than them. Because notice that these people operating from their wounds of insecurity, they're not attacking people who are suffering or who are, not in a derogatory way, below them. They're only attacking people who have something a little bit more than them or a lot more than them. It's a wound. Yes, while we stay away from them and understand, we also have to understand that social media has made a ton of people into cowards. What do I mean by this? I mean, you get the same people who troll you on in front of you to say the same thing. They can't do it. But because they're protected, they're sitting in their comfort of their own home, and they have this thing that I'm powerful. I can be who I want to be and say who I want to, and say what I want to say, right? Like Mike Tyson says something beautifully when he got trolled massively on social media. He says it's easy, there's a big difference between being a coward in the comfort of your own home and actually getting punched in a ring. Huge difference. I thought that was like super powerful. So a lot of people who are like, succeeding because of their hard work and doing things the right way, they will always be pulled down. And this is something I read somewhere too, a long time ago, and it stayed with me. Everything is noise around us. The people who don't like us, I know it hurts. Let's be honest. It hurts. But the point is, they don't even know how to like themselves. They don't even like themselves. How can they like other people? So that always comes into mind. These people, they don't like themselves. How can they like you? It is difficult. Let's be honest about that. We get trolled heavily for so many different things. Like the easiest thing, I'll say it right now on our beautiful podcast right now. The easiest way for me to get trolled, okay, is wish the Prime Minister happy birthday. You'll get messages from people who say, we will rape your daughter. They'll say, you're training your daughter to be a Modi bitch. They will go through the extreme because, just think about it. You wish the Prime Minister happy birthday. You make the mistake of responding to one or two of these people. And I didn't even know what Reddit is because I don't put myself into negative things. Okay, I got to notice from my teams, Luke is blowing up on Reddit, people, whatever. All I had to do was take out one post of that person who said, you're training your daughter to be a Modi bitch by liking the Prime Minister. All right? And I could have had things the way I want to and made the world wake up to see what's on the other side. But the smart thing is, don't feed it. So the point is, of course, these things hurt. I'm not evolved to say that, I'm going to detach and it's not going to hurt me and stuff like that. We have people trolling us all the time. The second best way to get trolled in this country, all right? Heal a patient who's on a liver transplant list, waiting to get a transplant for the liver. Can take 6 months, 1 year. But hey, they're changing their lifestyle. They're doing everything their doctor said. They're changing their lifestyle, their nutrition, etc. By the time they get a call for the liver and they have to go through a medical checkup, the doctor says, you're no longer a candidate of the liver. Your liver's doing way, way better. You put up a story like this with the inputs of the medical team that worked a beautiful story, and the next day you're trolled by another community who are medical professionals. I'm giving you examples of how our country works, how humans work. So you have to understand what triggered that person. You've not done anything wrong. The point is, if you and I ever do something wrong or we've done something wrong, there's a law. Let the law play its role. The point is, these people will come in from insecurity. So we've learned to understand at the wound level, they're insecure. Is it worth fighting back? No. What do you get? You can't change their security by fighting back. 2, Just see it as noise. It's noise, it's noise. Don't give it a name, don't call them names or whatever. Just noise. Do you want noise in your life? No. Then you start getting better at just letting noise be noise and actually focusing and really trying to focus on all the good things. Because I'll be honest with you, when these things happen, you naturally forget about all the good things happening. You forget about all the amazing things people have said to you, but your mind is only picking up on that one threat who has gone and trolled you. Why? Because the mind is always trying to figure out safety. So it's all insecurity and wounds. And honestly, it's a difficult thing to handle. It messes you up. But it's noise. And what do you do with noise? You try to cut noise out. You don't try to fight it. Right? That's one way I've looked at these things. But most people's insecurities are from their wounds. It only limits them after a while. The reel that tries to pull you down, not you, hypothetically anyone.
Or just me.
How long? No, whatever. Yeah, I didn't want to make it look that way, but all of us have had those reels trying to pull us down at macro levels.
Yeah.
Let 24 hours pass. Let 48 hours pass. And the most low vibrational people are still vibrating like that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Everyone else has forgotten and gone on with it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it is, you know.
It was one of the big lessons this year. Like, I remember there was a countless number of reels and pieces made about how my career's over. And I'm like, have you not seen the last 10 years? I've survived for 10 years. Who says I won't survive for another 10? But then you kind of go back to those pages and you see them still making content about you. And then you realize, okay, your name's just being used as a...
You know, when you went through that controversy, I can't tell you how many people would have been happy for what you were going through. And trust me, there would also be a lot of well-wishers, not all.
Yeah.
That is how life is.
Yeah.
No one, it's very difficult to find someone who is genuinely happy for you. And I'm not talking about your family and my family. And trust me, people should be aware that sometimes that jealousy comes from within your own family, your own success. I've seen this in my own patients who have built business empires, and their biggest threats are their own family members. So we have to understand this. The more they're going after you is because you're doing something right. If you're doing something wrong, we would all face our, the way of the law. But it's because you have something or you've created something that they have not been able to do. And because it's valuable, they're attacking you. Do they ever attack people of less value?
Yeah.
Or people who have nothing, no value? No. Never. So I love the way you bounce back. I have to say that right now.
Thanks.
I saw something. Honestly, my time on Instagram is 7 minutes in a day. 7 minutes. I post, I go, I check 1 or 2 things because I do follow biologists, certain people. Check. I have 7 minutes. I have a beautiful team. Shout out to my social media team that is actually on social media. Although I tell them you don't need to see other stuff. Just do your work and get off social media. But the little that I saw when that was happening, I did remember sending you a note as well out of concern, etc. But my point is, the way you bounce back, I think that is resilience. That is resilience. And it was not it was not easy for you to do what you did. Most people wouldn't be able to do it.
Thank you, bro.
So I think that's fantastic. And it's your journey. Like I said, we're never going to be our strongest. We're getting stronger every day. We can never say that, oh, this is my strongest part in my life. There is going to be something else that hits us down. We can hope it's not going to be bad, but we're going to have to always learn to pick ourselves up. Noise, separate the noise, and just keep moving on.
Yeah. What a teacher this period of strife was. What a teacher it was. And there's no other way to learn life than to actually go through it.
Absolutely.
Or to learn human beings than to go through things and then see their reactions. You understand, who the real friends are, I've said all these things multiple times, but my larger point I'm making here is that this is what mental fitness means. Like just the ability to go forward, but first and foremost through knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think this is the end of the episode pretty much. I'd just like to summarize with a few key points that I've learned today. Because it's been 2 years since my last meeting with you and we've not really spoken the last 2 years for the sake of these podcasts. Right. Honestly, that's what my perspective is. So it always begins with the boring stuff. The stuff that you've been telling people for a decade now. Exercise, sleep well, eat unprocessed food as far as possible. Next, the subconscious mind and its programming is one of the most key things you'll ever do in your own lifetime. Therefore, consume the right kind of content, hang out with the right kind of people.
Yes.
Next.
And find the strength to exit relationships or groups that don't work for you. It's not easy. Find that strength. It could have a huge impact on your mental and physical.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द क्लिप दोस्तों. मेरा होप यह है कि आप हर हफ्ते इसी चैनल पर लौट आओ ताकि जितने भी पॉडकास्ट हम अपलोड कर रहे हैं ना उनका सार आपको इस चैनल पर मिल जाए.